brewers, and the country. What they've done to the country is just incredible. The environmentalists, I mean, they are terrorists. They were terrorists. I call them the environmental terrorists, and will now be requiring the highest volumes of renewable fuels in history. These new standards will generate over $10 billion of rural economic benefit, create an estimated 100,000 new jobs, and massively increase our nation's energy supply. It'll come right out of the farms. In addition, to help bring down grocery costs even more, today I'm pleased to announce that the Small Business Administration, that's Kelly, is opening up massive new loan guarantees for farmers and food suppliers, including vegetable farmers, grain farmers, and seed farmers, cattle, pig, and poultry producers, grocery wholesalers, and many more. So if you're in the industry, Kelly, you better get ready. You're going to be inundated, right? It's the first time that's happened. And you know, when they say she's the head of small business, when you add it all up, it's got to be the biggest, it's like the biggest bank in the world or something. It's nothing small about it. But you'll do a job, Kelly, right? Help them out, right? From Texas to Kansas, from Iowa to Idaho, and from Minnesota. Did I hear Minnesota? How is Minnesota doing? What's going on? What's going on in Minnesota with that crazy governor, that crooked, corrupt governor? How about the Attorney General? Do you think he's a dirty cop? You think he's a dirty cop? All right, we'll get Minnesota back. We'll take it back from Somalia. Now, do you believe these people come from Somalia? They have nothing. It's not. They come. Somalia is considered the worst country. It's not even a country, like the worst country in the world. The worst. They come over here, and they steal $19 billion. We'll get it straightened out. It's happening. Our vice president is in charge of a new division. It's called the Fraud Division. You know, if we straighten out half the fraud that took place in this country over the years, we'd have not only a balanced budget, we'd have a big surplus. So we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. But from Minnesota to Mississippi, we're lifting up our hardworking farmers and ranchers and growers, and we're putting more money in American pockets. We're going to prove that the golden age of American agriculture is right here and right now. And I want to ask, just if you would you come up and say something? Because I'll tell you what, come on over here. This is a great farmer. Would you just tell your quick story, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Michael Cliver, and I operate my family's ranch in Westfield, Pennsylvania, Doble Circle D Farms. And the work that you guys have done, it's unexplainable how big it is for the American farmer and the next generation that don't have to headache and don't have to worry about the death tax. It's astounding what you guys have done. It's absolutely spectacular. And also the working family tax cut policies, that allowed us to get my daughter a Trump account, and we can teach her fiscal responsibility, compound interest, and investment, and plan for her future. And it's just absolutely astounding what you've done with that. Also, your energy policies. Up in Potter and Tioga County, Pennsylvania, the gas companies are leasing mineral rights again actively, and that's putting money back into the farmers' pockets up there too. So for all that, I applaud you and thank you, Mr. President.
I'm glad I called him up. I didn't know who the hell he was. He's standing up. You know, he's standing. We went through one, and I said, there's another guy, but they don't have anything about. But you did it. It's an extremely good job you did, huh? Wow. Thank you very much. I do want to say, do you mind if I step over here and just look at that tractor for a second? Because I assume it's a gift to me. That's crazy. It's beautiful. Oh, that is really something. Well, thank you very much for the gift. I appreciate it. Oh, boy. Can you imagine if I accepted that gift, what they would do? A Democrat can accept. We're not allowed to accept. No, but that's a beautiful machine. We make the greatest machines. That's a beautiful, beautiful machine. I'd like to ask a very special woman to step up. You know, Brooke, I always said, could run any company in the world. She could run these big companies. She's a great executive. And we've talked about it. My wife's actually said, you know, Brooke could be an executive anyway. That doesn't mean you're leaving, okay? No. But when I had a chance, I said, what about Department of Agriculture? I had no idea that she has like a PhD in agriculture. She went to school in agriculture. I would have put her there even if she didn't. But she's so highly trained, and she loves it, and she loves the farmers just like I do, and ranchers and everybody else having to do with this very special world that you live in. And Brooke has really been a star, and I want to thank you very much and say a few words. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Sir, the first thing I want to say is when we had that unexpected conversation about this job, November 21st of 2024, I've often said that sometimes you have plans for yourself, but then God and Donald Trump redirect your plan. 1 year in, I can't tell you the honor, the joy, the blessing of getting to fight every day. There is no better job than this. Even President, I believe, there is no better job than being your 33rd Secretary of Agriculture. And Mr. President, thank you for your trust. It's just incredible. Not in our lifetime. The President and I on our walk over here, we're talking about how the farmers, the ranchers, rural America, we are your people, sir. From the moment he came down the golden escalator to today, no one has stood more proudly, more strongly, more courageously for this man, this transformational president at this moment in our country's history than you all, our farmers and ranchers. I want everyone to get to their feet and just thank him for what he has done for our community, for our farmers and ranchers. He's the best, the best. Yeah. Never cry in trouble, but yeah, so grateful. So grateful. A couple of other really special people. I know we have some friends in from Pennsylvania. We have some amazing Amish farmers. And I started thinking, I maybe shouldn't do this because I don't think they like the recognition, but they drove all the way here. If they're willing to stand up, let us thank you for making such an effort and your wonderful support for our president. I was told that even a new dress was made for this event, and I know this is out of the box a little bit for you and your amazing community, but I know on behalf of our Pennsylvanians